We're going to now talk about how to find the area of a square or rectangle, and then we're going to get into bits and pieces of that. So area is length times width. All right, length times width, one dimension times the other. We'll call this length and we'll call this width. To be honest with you, it doesn't matter. Just keep track of which is which, what you decide. So the area of this rectangle, A equals 8 times 12. Area equals 96 feet squared. Remember, I told you in the last lesson, area is always units squared. All right, so that wasn't difficult. Now let's talk about the perimeter of a rectangle in the coordinate plane. Oh, how fun is this going to be? So first, let's plot our points. I'm going to do it nice green. Vertices of 5, 4. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5, 4. 0, 4. 0, negative 3. And 5, negative 3. All right, now I'm going to connect these. Now you're still going to find area the same way. It's still length times width, but we're going to count the units. You can use the distance formula to find the distance between the two, or if it's on the grid, count. Let's go for easy. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up and down. So you have area equals 7 times 5 is 35 units squared. Put it down there with area. Now perimeter, you learned yesterday and you've heard before, perimeter is a fence. Perimeter is adding up all the sides. So we know two sides. Well, this is a rectangle. So this side is 7 and this side is 5. Add them. 7 plus 5 plus 5 plus 7 equals 24. 10 plus 14. That's perimeter. So perimeter is 24 units. It's that simple. Plot it and count. Alrighty, now you're going to find the sides, but you're going to be given some information and you're going to use algebra. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Algebra to figure it out. So you've got the area of a parking lot. We've got the length is 92 meters and finding its width. Area equals length times width. Substitute what you do know and solve for what you do not. 6,348 meters squared equals 92 W. Divide both sides by 92. Using my calculator on this one, 6,348 divided by 92. And I get 69 equals W, 69 meters. Okay, that's area. Now we're going to use perimeter. If the perimeter of a rectangular pool is 340 meters and the width is 72, what's its length? All right, something you can do in geometry that makes your life so much easier is draw. Let's draw our rectangular pool. The width is 72 meters, which means this part is 72 meters. The perimeter is 340. We're looking for the length. I'm going to use L for length. Perimeter equals, it's 2 times the width plus 2 times the length. Okay, width plus width, length plus length. I didn't write the formula earlier. Let's plug in what we know. 340 equals 2 times 72 plus 2L. 340 equals 144 plus 2L. Subtract 144 from both sides. I know I'm taking up more space and doing it much more detailed than you would need to, but I want to show you everything. 340 minus 144 is 196. 196 is 2L. Divide by 2. 98 is the length of each side. All right? So perimeter of a rectangle, remember that includes a square, is 2 times the width plus 2 times the length. So if you know one dimension, you can find the other one. Alrighty, now, let's move on to using a piecewise figure. And let's do this in green. Okay. Now, first of all, we're going to find the area of the composite figure on a grid. Count the boxes. Really, count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 units. Seriously, that's what you do. Okay? When we have a rectangular-ish figure that uses complete units, you can just count them. There are no diagonals here, so there's nothing tricky going on. Just count the units. All right, let's go to the next page. Make this just a little bit bigger so I can read it. All right. Now we're going to do a piecewise rectangular feet. We say piecewise because it's a rectangle with some protuberances, some stuff that's weird. So you're going to find the area of the entire figure. And we tell you sides meet at right angles because you can do some stuff. Well, you're doing the area. That's going to be really hard. So what you do is draw, better than I do, draw a line. Look at this. Now you have 2 rectangles. So the area of this one is 6 times 2, which is 12 meters squared. The area of this one is 3 times 1, 3 meters squared. So the total area is 12 plus 3, 15. It's 15 meters squared. So when you see these figures, draw a line to make it 2 or 3 rectangles. It's so much simpler to do that way. Let's change colors. I'm going to do it again here. All right, now we give you some dimensions. You've got to use some logic here. If this side is 2, then this side is 2. If the whole thing is 7, then this part is 5. All right, 7 is the entire section. So that means this section is 5 inches. Are you with me? All right. If you need to, pause it, play around with the drawing, and see if you can figure it out. All right. This rectangle is 5 times 6, which is 30. I'll even put inches squared. This one is 2 times 3, which is 6. I can't write it in there. 30 plus 6 is 36 inches squared. So it's far simpler than it appeared. It looked like it would be very complicated. How many formulas do we use? No. You draw a line and divide this into 2 rectangles. That's the easiest way. Okay, this one. There are a couple different ways to do this one. I'm going to show you one way in yellow and might do another way. So the one way in yellow shows me that this one, 4 times 4 is 16 centimeters squared. I'm going to write this in yellow. And this is, got to be tricky. It's not tricky. Okay, this is 4, then this is 4. This entire side length is 3 plus 4 plus 3 equals 10. Okay, this whole side is 10. So 2 times 10 equals 20. Total area is 36 centimeters squared. Now let's divide it up differently. Let's say you wanted to do it differently. I'm going to do the different one in green. All right? I'm going to do green. So instead I'm going to draw my rectangles there. So in green, This side, the green side is 6. Are you with me? And 4. So in green, it's 4 times 6, 24 centimeters squared. And this one, 2 times 3 is 6. And 2 times 3 is 6. And when you add them up together, you get 36 centimeters squared. There is not only one way to do this. There are 2 ways. They're both easy. You choose. You decide which way works for you, all right? You can make one big rectangle and 2 small ones, or you can make a square and a long, thin rectangle. Whichever one works for you, because mathematically, you're going to get it right. All right, now, let's see if we can do this. There we go. Learn something new. All right. Let's do black. A rectangular region is removed from another rectangular region. It's like using a cookie cutter to make cookies. Find the area of the shaded region. Okay. That looks kind of weird. It's super easy. To find the area of the shaded region, find the big one. 9 times 15 equals, and I should have this memorized and I don't, 135 total shade. Okay? Total shade. Now, 7 times 4, 28 unshaded. If I want to find, let's see, you've got the rectangular region removed. I want to find what's left. 135, which is a total shaded region, minus the 28 we're taking out. Brain's not working today. 107 is left. 107 yards squared. So find the area of each piece and then subtract. Far simpler in this case than making a bunch of small triangles, or rather small rectangles. So find the part that you're removing, find the total shaded part, find the total unshaded part, and you've got an addition subtraction thing going on there. So I want you to think about it, try this next one, pause this recording and do the math, and then come back and check. All right, I'm going to do this one in yellow. What the heck? So you've got a rectangular region moved from another. To create the shaded, find the area of the shaded region. So you've got 9 times 12, which is the complete shaded region. And that's 108 yards squared. And the unshaded region is 5 times 4, which is 40 yards squared. So if I'm removing the unshaded region, I have 108 minus 40 equals 68 yards squared. That is so much easier than it looked when you first saw this problem. All right, that takes care of day 2.